look in my eyes right now, okay? Taking off my glasses. Look in my eyes right now. I need to tell you something. And that is that Goku does lose. He actually loses a lot. You'd think that his wins define him as a character, but surprisingly, to me, I feel like his losses define him the most. Keep in mind, Goku doesn't just lose once or twice, alright? He has been outclassed, broken, he's even died a few times. But every time, I feel like it changes him. And in this video, I'm going to go through what I deem to be a major loss and how it defines him, why that matters, you know? Before that though, I actually did compile every loss Goku has had, at least the ones that I could remember. So if I miss any, let me know in the comments. Without further ado, let's get into that. First, we got OG Dragon Ball stuff, which is Master Roshi, Jackie Chun in the World Tournament. We got Mercenary Tao in the, I guess, Corn Tower Saga. Tien Shinhan in the 22nd World Tournament. We got King of Piccolo, well, in the first fight, Demon King Piccolo. Next, we have Dragon Ball Z, which to me would be Raditz. He technically won? Draw? I don't know necessarily what you'd call it, but he does die, and Piccolo wins. So, Vegeta win the Saiyan Saga. Goku's basically defeated, but obviously his friends took care of it. Android 19 loses to the heart virus. Yeah, Android 19 basically like decimated because of that. We have Cell. He conceded in the middle of the fight to allow Gohan to take over. We have Majin Buu. Basically, it took a lot. Lost. He was already dead at that point. He didn't really do much, but he did let the next generation handle it. I guess you could consider that Spirit Bomb him winning, but he lost a bunch of different iterations, so I'm not specifically just talking Kid Buu. Then we have Dragon Ball Super, which was Beerus. Obviously, we know what happened there. He got outclassed. Then we have, I guess, Golden Frieza, if you want to count that. Golden Frieza destroyed the Earth. They had to rewind time. So, he lost once. Hit in the Universe 6 tournament. Then we have Goku Black / Zamasu. They had to go into, what's it called? Well, he lost in the early fights, but then they had to go into Vegeta. Jiren, they had to do teamwork. And, you know, the last loss that Goku had was my like and subscribe button, because you guys smashed it so hard, right? You guys gave the like and subscribe button a higher power level by tapping it so much. That was really bad. But now that that's get out of the way, let's just... Alright, so usually I'm standing during these videos, but I'm not right now because, to be quite honest, my legs are kind of in pain doing a lot of leg work. But let's just get into this OG Dragon Ball, the World Tournament. And to me, this is Goku's first huge lesson. One of his most important losses. I talked about this just a second ago. I'm talking about Master Roshi when he's disguised as Jackie Chun. Obviously, Chun doesn't go super hard on the kid. He doesn't like brutalize Goku. But Jackie Chun does do his part and imparts the idea to Goku that, well, Goku, you're not the strongest guy, all right? There's always going to be somebody above you in strength. And, you know, I feel like back in those days, Goku was a pretty cocky guy, to be quite 100%. So I feel like this was a very important lesson for him to understand, hey, there's always going to be someone stronger than you. Keep trying to break those limits. Do what you got to do. And if that thought process didn't stick with Goku during the Jackie Chun fight, it was definitely drilled into him in the 22nd Butokai, when Tien Shinhan beat him the next tournament. So, in my mind, these are the moments that kind of define Goku the most, as, like I said, there's always somebody stronger, is Goku's ideology in a nutshell. Goku always wants to fight strong guys, especially those that are stronger than him. Even if he is aware that they're stronger than him, he gives it his all so he can surpass them. And I can imagine Goku thinking back on these losses, making this a lesson to him, and it causes him to train harder and refine his skill. All right, here we go. Mercenary Tao. So this loss was, to me, the complete opposite of the last two. I wouldn't really call this like a lesson per se, but a fight for survival. And Goku gets absolutely overwhelmed, nearly beaten to death. And this is where Goku, us, the audience, learn a bit about power gaps. That it's possible to, like, for Goku to almost die. I feel like he never really had that until then. So, big lesson, I guess. Now, I do mention this, though, to talk about the zenkai boost. Because, like, look, it seems like this is the best time to mention it. It's his first near death. So, So in the time of OG Dragon Ball, obviously, we weren't like aware that Goku was a Saiyan. Saiyans do get stronger when they fight to near death. So I guess the idea of a Zenkai boost wasn't really like a thing at this point. But regardless, Saiyans do get stronger whenever they fight and get to near death. Zenkai boost. So he loses, he recovers, he profits. While this isn't like, again, while this isn't like a concept in OG Dragon Ball, it could be argued that this kind of amped up his training for the later arcs, such as... Yeah, Demon King Piccolo. And I say this because, well, eventually he did win, but he did lose initially against Demon King Piccolo as well. Almost near death once again. And this is probably one of the crazier, most serious like fights. Goku basically folds immediately against the Demon King. And the reason why I say it's so serious is because the whole reason why Goku just went in initially, just balls to the wall, like almost no training, was because, well, Krillin died. The world was in jeopardy, and Goku's just broken after this loss. Now, I'm not talking just physically. This is like a fight for the world. You know, obviously, he was mentally, like, hurt because of what happened to his best friend. This was a life and death. And in a way, it was kind of Goku's revenge. Lucky for Goku, though, he didn't die. But again, he was near death. Now, obviously, we know Goku did eventually win, but he had to lose first. And when Goku came back, he came back with a vengeance. Stronger, more focused. Obviously, he trained. But do you all think it was a Zenkai boost? Alright, guys, you can comment and let me know. Yeah, let's just move on. Raditz. Now, this is the battle that I feel like most of you Dragon Ball fans know. Interestingly enough, Z actually came first in the USA before the OG Dragon Ball came out. So I feel like this was a lot of people's first impression of Goku. Now, we start off with a loss in the series, actually. At least to me, I'd say it's a loss. Because, well, it was like a loss for Goku, a win for the world. It definitely did teach Goku a bit more about teamwork and, I guess, friendship. Say that because there's Piccolo. Now, the thing is, I feel like this is where Goku kind of realized he doesn't have to do everything for himself. Because at the end of the day, Raditz was defeated, but it was at the cost of Goku's life, which is why I'm saying a loss. Piccolo got his back, special beam cannon, that's wraps. But, you know, maybe this is also where Goku learned that a loss could be like a win. You know, his sacrifice was for the greater good after all. And, yeah, I don't know. I kind of talked about this big lesson when I was talking about Master Mutaito in my last video. Sacrifice for the greater good. It's a win. Type beat. Anyway, if you want to check out that video, please do. I don't know. I kind of dive in a little bit more into this, but I feel like I already did that before, so I don't really have to. Let's just go to... Vegeta. After the saga, Goku did train with King Kai, as Raditz had mentioned that 2 more Saiyans were going to come to Earth. So he had to prepare, obviously, and while he was still dead, he could just get wished back by the Dragon Balls. That wasn't like an issue. So, and I only mention this because the Kaioken, so Goku learned the Kaioken by King Kai, and I guess the Spirit Bomb, he learned that too. But I wanted to mention the Kaioken because it's an interesting technique where you gain more power at the cost of your body, just causing a lot of strain for a big burst of power. And I feel like this is a good move for a Saiyan because, as I was saying before, Zenkai boost is like a huge thing. And also, not just a Saiyans, but to Goku as well, because he's pretty much weaker than both of them. I'd say Nappa's debatable. I feel like him being weaker than Nappa's debatable, but at the same time, he did kind of take him out really easily with the Kaioken, because it did give him the upper hand when the time came, and when he did, he took out Nappa with ease, it seemed. We even got the iconic stance and everything, thanks to the Kaioken, you know, toss. Then Vegeta. Well, I will say, Goku did put up a good fight. They beam clashed, he Kaioken times 4, big iconic moments, but then Vegeta goes into the Great Ape. Now, again, here we go with the teamwork stuff, because that was the wave. Vegeta got his Vegeta got his tail cut off by Goku's friends. Goku attempted to Spirit Bomb Vegeta, missed. Good teamwork, Vegeta eventually did lose. And I say Goku lost because, well, he didn't do the finishing blow and was unable to move, like at all, really. His body just kind of gave up on him. Partly due to the Kaioken, but also the crushing. Alright, so I mentioned teamwork a little bit with Raditz, but this really showed that teamwork is important with Goku, and without it, Goku would have just been toast, you know? Goku has something a lot of these villains don't, and that's just like friends, pretty much. Trust. Which is kind of the ideology we get at the end of Super with Jiren. But these losses really pour these thought processes into Goku. Now, moving on, Vegeta didn't die from this, from the Spirit Bomb. Krillin did want to kill Vegeta, but Goku does stop Krillin from killing Vegeta. Vegeta's a strong guy, after all. Goku needs Vegeta alive so he can fight again, win that 1v1 fair and square. So, like, I don't know, would y'all consider this loss, or would y'all consider this a draw? Genuinely, here's what you guys think about that. Alright, so Android 19. I feel like this one's a bit weird to mention as like a major loss, but I don't know. I gotta say, Android 19 did whoop Goku pretty hard, and a lot of that was because of Goku's heart virus. He didn't take his medicine, and you know, I feel like in a way that kind of shows like Goku isn't all Saiyan, because he got sick, he can kick till he was down. This might be like one of the first losses we get where Goku is technically stronger than his opponent. But I don't know. I genuinely just think this makes Goku seem more human. More of I'm a Saiyan from Earth type beat, you know? It was a brutal attack. But I think it defined him a little bit. Now, I could be a bit silly and just say, you know, sometimes people don't take their medicine. Sometimes people get sick. So he's totally not like a Saiyan. He's a human. But I'm going to just let y'all discuss this one. I'm going to be quite honest. I'm a little bored of writing the script. And I'm kind of blanking here. But, like, I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting to mention. And I couldn't really think of, like, anything that wasn't silly. I don't want to sound like an idiot. But, yeah. You guys like this bit? Let's just move on to Cell. Alright, boom, Cell. Get it? Boom. Before I get into that, I will mention, Goku forfeited. He knows he can't win, so he let the next generation, his son, take the reins. Goku knew he couldn't win. He wasn't scared. He just sent his son in and watched the show. If this isn't growth, not only in physical sense, but a mental one, I don't know what is. Goku knows his limits, and he's mature enough to know when to bow out and pass it off. Gohan did get cocky, though, so boom. I was going to do Boo and do, like, a Boo title card as well, but I don't know. Like, I feel like, again, I mentioned this when I was talking about all of his losses, but, like, I don't know how I could possibly do this properly, because to me, I'm like, how could he not win? Like, obviously he needed the teamwork of the planet and such, like his friends, but I started to think a little bit more about it, and I was just like, technically it was Goku's Spirit Bomb. Like, even if the whole Earth put its energy in it, Goku pulled the trigger. You know, if I said Goku lost, it would be like saying, oh no, my homie loaded a gun and I shot the man, but my friend's to blame. Like, no. No. Goku pulled the trigger. Goku won, I suppose. Even if it took a little, like, extra, he did end up throwing that Spirit Bomb. I don't know. I'll probably do, like, a part 2 of this, to be quite honest, with, like, Hit, Beerus, more super stuff. It's just I don't want to take too much of your guys' time, take too much of my time, make this video take forever to come out. So, Probably mention some honorable mentions in the next video and get more into Super. Just let me know if I missed anything before Super, like mention part 2. Maybe add some stuff in Super that you want me to talk about. Be sure to credit your comment. If you leave a comment and leave a suggestion and I put it in the next video, I'll make sure to put your comment on screen, shout you out. You know how that be. That being said, though, so when you look at Goku, what do you see? A loser? No, you see a winner. Someone who made it. Someone who breaks their limits no matter what. Okay, I guess technically you do see somebody who loses because they have lost a few times, but they gain something from it. And each loss is a lesson. Each defeat pushes them further and further beyond. Goku loses, but that does not mean he fell behind. He is in second place, but he just hasn't caught up yet. You know, I see these losses make him a winner. Make any sense? Yeah.